Good morning, peeps. It's a nice sunny day here in Louisiana. So, yeah, today's that day where I regret not making a 1-minute film. Frustrating. Other things monopolize my time, which are fine. Which is fun. So, yeah, here I am in traffic headed to work. So, what's next? I gotta find other festivals to enter. I don't know. I get tired of Film Riot. They're cool, but it's gotta be other fests to enter. I think, well, I tried one, what was it? The World Fest, the Houston World Fest. This is when I really first got into it. This is like, literally like the first thing I ever entered. It was fun. It was a little bit of a buzz because I won like, I guess it was silver in experimental film and animation. Like, okay, category for everything. Yeah, so it's funny because, you know, some festivals, that's what's funny. It's like, you know, too many categories, and then some festivals, not enough categories. Like the Houston World Fest was almost comical because there was like an entire 24 by 36 poster, and the entire backside of it in tiny, tiny, tiny font were all the categories. I'm like, wow, that's like 1,500 categories to choose from. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, at some point it felt like I was just like buying my little award. You know, it was like $20 to enter or whatever it was, you know. And this is back in the day of, oh, what the heck was it that I send these people? Like a beta tape? A beta tape, you know? Pre-digital file. Everything was on tape still. So, yeah, I sent them a beta tape. And that was fun. I don't think it was 3/4. When I first got into TV, they were just getting out of 3/4. But, yeah, beta tape. It was fun. It was this little puppet short I did. I cannot find this dang short to save my life. It's around somewhere. I had a digital file of thing, and I gotta find it and post it on YouTube again. It's fun. I like the family and friends checking it and seeing it. Been a while. My little cousin helped me. This is back when I was making shorts at the TV station. They were paying me minimum wage. And they're like, you can use whatever you want. Just don't leave us. Just don't leave us. You know, it's like minimum wage, but I got to use a studio, gear, anything I could. The only thing I could never get my hands on is an editor, an editing station. They never let me really mess with the editing. That was always the struggle. So only recently, I mean, been there 23 years, only recently have I gotten my hands on editing software. You know, that was worth a darn on a decent computer. And, oh boy, here we go. I can't get over in this wonderful cluster bomb. Come on, sweethearts. Let me in traffic. Be my best friend. Thank you. Thank you. I did it. So, yeah, it was fun. It was a puppet short. My friend who's I guess you could say puppeteer. He's done puppets for a long time. And this is one of the many things he does as a hobby. He made these little hand puppets, and they were like two underwater worms talking to each other on Europa. My brother actually did some really cool 3D animation. You know, back in the day, it was cool animation for, you know, just homegrown productions. And he did. It was cool. It was the Voyager spacecraft. We made the thing. We tried to make it look like a Sesame Street little segment out of Sesame Street. It was fun. It was fun. And it'd be funny. It'd be funny to re-edit that thing. I don't even know if I still have the betas on that thing. And if I do have we shot on digi-beta, and I don't even know if we have a deck at the TV station I work for anymore. A digi-beta deck that I could dump this stuff to, maybe digitally capture it, and then re-edit the thing. That would be so funny. It's all 4:3, so I'd have to letterbox the crap out of it, which would be kind of funky. I think I did have a lot of height on it, so I probably could squeeze it a little bit, but let's go look rough. So what was it, 720? The heck was digi-beta back then? 640 by 480 was SD. Digi-beta was like 720 by 480 or something. It was low res, pre-HD, so pre-4K, which only now, I mean, so it's 2018 and we're like a month away from 2019 and we're not even shooting in 4K. You know, we have 4K. A lot of people shoot it, but they're like, oh, I gotta edit this pig. So everyone's just like, yeah, keep it 2K. So yeah, it's hard to make that leap to 4K. Yeah, if you don't want to do a bunch of proxy files, which I've never done. I want to try this proxy file editing. Have you guys ever done any proxy editing? Doesn't look too difficult, it's just another step. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm yawning. Yeah, it's just yet another step, you know, to proxy link to higher res files. I mean, I know that's how they got to do 4K, but, or 8K, 12K, whatever the heck they're up to, 64K, whatever. It's like, they're still going to proxy link the thing and just let the computer think about it when they hit render. So yeah, I was working on Dragonfly a little bit more last night, and it's really hard. I'm trying to stay focused on this thing. It's like I said, it's a bit of a cluster. You know, the audio is not the easiest thing in the world to contend with, but it's coming along. You know, whenever I try to get 2 or 3 more lines out, and it's coming. You know, I like it. It's a labor of love, and it's feeling long. But I think when I do the flashback sequences and cut back to it, you know, I gotta, you know, after I'm done editing this thing, I gotta re-edit and cut it down. I really have to practice what I preach and cut this sucker down, because it's feeling long, but whatever is not immediately necessary. You know, I gotta really chop it off. And I'm shooting this thing to look like a 1940s film, so they had long takes. You know, it felt like a long time to develop something. You know, so it's like that's the fun challenge. You know, if you're gonna do a throwback to old black and white, like, you know, 1940s style, maybe 30s style. You know, do you keep the cutting similar, you know, or do you do like today's action pack, cut, you know, everything's edited like a machine gun these days, you know, so it's like, you know, does it feel so dated it's unwatchable, you know, when you have these long takes, or do you know, conform to today's standard and you keep the cuts moving, you know? So either something's got to be happening in frame, which is exciting, or you got to cut, which keeps it exciting. Because I mean, if it's boring and tunes people away, it's like, what's the point of doing it? But anyway, it's coming along. I like it. I lose sight because it's taking me so long to put it together. You know, like last night, I'm up till midnight editing 3 more lines. You know, it's like, it's brutal. You know, the audio file handling wasn't properly done. I'm learning as I go. You know, and it's a little time consuming to match things up, to sync things up, to cut back and forth, you know, and it's a process. You know, I don't edit for a living, which I kind of wish I did. It'd be nice to be very fast and proficient at it. And you know, so every time I get back on, I was like, oh, it's been a month, you know, since I touched it. So where was that button? You have to relearn everything. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to get to look at all the 1-minute film shorts. They're fun for a film ride. I'm gonna see whichever ones are posted, all the doings. I'm gonna try to post my buds, 2 guys that watch this channel, one of the few, you guys are the majority. I'm gonna try to post your links on this channel here, and y'all's videos came out really good. Man, y'all did good. Yeah, you guys did really good. I like the whole rain sequence, looked great, and good creepy. I like just a little bit of shadow play, walking through the headlights and stuff. You don't know what's going on, and then a little twist at the end was really cool, and the one about the cat was really good. That was cool. That was neat. Kind of creepy, weird, vague. I like that. You know, it's like, it's very hard for me to keep things vague and open-ended like that. It's really cool that you did that. You know, it's like, I got to practice doing that more. You know, working in TV for so long, you spoon feed people, and you get a wrap up in 30 seconds. You know, it's like what you got to do. It's like, so it's hard for me just to leave things open-ended and vague. It's like, what's gonna happen? What happened? How did that happen? What's next? You know, it's like, I like that. It's like, it's cool. It opens up all these questions. But yeah, you guys rocked. Y'all did really good. Best of luck to you. Hopefully You guys will kick butt, and I'd vote for you if I could. I'll certainly like your vids on the channel, but yeah, they were really good. I'll link them here. And regret not doing it. Boo, regret. It's just, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough finding the time. It is tough, you know. When I got one on the back burner just gnawing at me all the time, it's really hard to, you know, really move on to the next project. It's just not easy to do. You know, I really want to finish this Dragonfly movie. And at some point it starts feeling like a burden, but at some point it gets really fun. There's moments during the edit where it's like, yes, this feels fun. This feels like, you know, dialogue's actually happening, you know. Just because I lose my steam occasionally doesn't mean the actors did during the shoot, and I still have that captured, you know. And I got a lot of issues with this thing, you know. I had you know, just learned my camera, and I had a lot of underexposure issues. So when I bumped it up, you know, you gotta watch the gain and the noise. So I'm gonna see if denoise and degain actually do anything. The 4, 5, 6, 20 times I've tried messing around with degain and denoise, I saw like 0 difference. So, I mean, unless this is an After Effects thing where you got to bring it in and work on one little clip at a time, it's like, you know, it's just, everything's so time consuming, you know, to adjust a tiniest little piece of a project, you know, even to bring it in After Effects. But, yeah, I'll try that. This might denoise, degain, see what it does, see if I can't clean it up a little bit. You know, it's funny because at the end of the day, people put grain back into the things to make it look like film. So I'm trying not to do that. That's kind of happening naturally. That was before I got my faster lenses, which really made a difference. You know, so yeah, some parts of it are a little softer than others, but yeah, it's good. It's coming along. It's fun. So what's next? What are you guys gonna do? Y'all gonna enter more festivals? If you know of any other festivals, let me know. I'm trying to, you know, find one that I feel like, you know, I'd be interested in, you know, submitting. Seems like Film Riot, they always like action. Action seems to be their thing, you know. It'd be fun to find a more obscure one, like the Tim Burton Film Festival, just to see what people are doing, you know. I mean, imagine, you know, if there was like a Tim Burton channel and, you know, hard devotees, you know, that just love Tim Burton lore and the look of, you know, his crazy, strange worlds, you know, we do a festival. That would be a fun one, you know. The Beetlejuice Film Fest, I don't know, you know, little side stories just off of one movie, you know. That would be a fun, you know, that would be a fun festival, you know. It's like, okay guys, we're doing Beetlejuice this year, do whatever you want. It's got to be 1 minute long, whatever, 1 to 5 minutes long. Heck, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they just want it 1 to 5 minutes because they got 3 million followers and they don't look at 5 million hours of footage. So they keep it down to 1 minute, but I don't know, 1 to 5 minutes, under 5 minutes. Might be able to tell a cool story in that time, you know. But imagine how cool it would be to tell little side stories of Beetlejuice. You know, I think that'd be cool. So that might be a fun festival to try to get off the ground, see what people can do. I mean, if you're into that, yeah, it's very, very select audience is into that kind of stuff, which I am. I like that stuff, but they're not exclusively. It's just one of the many things I like. So yeah, if you guys know of any cool obscure fest, the David Lynch Film Fest, whatever, you know, die-hard Eraserhead fans, like that. Yeah. Anyway, best luck out there, guys. Hope y'all win.